been UI UX designer for 5 years, and before that I was a web graphic designer for nearly 6 years. Over the years, I've learned a few key methods that completely transform the way I work and honestly, the way I see myself as a designer. If there is one thing I learned, multitasking is a lie. It doesn't make you faster or better. In fact, it does the quite opposite. Right now, I'm juggling between websites, dashboard, mobile application, researching parts, testing, all of that, and it's just impossible to tackle everything at once. So for me, it's the best if I dedicate one day for each of them. So Monday could be research, Tuesday would be like dashboard, Wednesday website, Thursday mobile app, Friday some testing, and all the other mini stuff I have to tackle during the week. And if it's weekend, I focus on content creation. Switching between tasks not only slows you down, but also you losing your focus. According to research, you lose about 15 minutes each time you going back to the previous task just to get to this state of flow and your brain to reset. And that valuable time could be invested in creating some amazing things. So when you stick to a single task, you are not only more productive, but you also gonna feel way less stressed. That brings me to the next tip, which is deep work. If you never tried it, I highly recommend it. For me, that's mean dedicating 3 to 4 hours of interrupted work in the morning. No phone, no email, no Slack notification unless it's emergency. I block my morning to what I call deep design time. Back when I was in the office, that was simply impossible. Tea breaks, random people coming, going to different apartments. Like, I just couldn't focus and I couldn't complete the task. Now that I'm back working from home, instead of juggling between different tasks, different people, everything, I can just deeply focus on one task instead, do my 3-4 hours, focus work, nothing, and get things done. And I get more done in those 3 to 4 hours that I would do in one full day in the office. And of course, life isn't perfect. I have 2 years old and he sometimes is at home while I'm working, so I have to take my work in the evening, but stuff like that happened and it's just normal. Now let's talk about communication, something I had to learn the hard way. When you're working with manager, developer or clients, communication is a key. I've made a habit to schedule the extra meeting at the beginning to make sure everyone is on the same page, because in the past when I was a freelancer, I didn't prioritize it enough. I remember one project when initial wireframe was approved, then the homepage was approved, so I go ahead and design the rest of the pages, and when I deliver it to a client, they decided that they want to change the whole concept, and unfortunately I had to redesign all those pages. This could be simply avoided if I focus more on the initial state, making sure we are all aligned on the same stuff. As a designer, we all have our tastes in design, and I used to think like, how could you not like that design? But feedback has taught me to look at things just differently. Critique is so valuable, whether it's coming from clients, other designers, or stakeholders. It helps to spot the blind spots and improve your work. And the trick is not to learn how to receive, but also how to give feedback. When someone critiques your design, don't just take it personally and go upset. Make some notes, analyze the points, and apply them. And when you give feedback, don't just say, I don't like it. Explain it why and back it up with context. The more open you are to critique, the faster you grow as a designer. Finally, let's talk about perfectionism. It's something a lot of us struggle with, myself included. In UI UX, design are never truly finished, whether it's the feedback from users, the new trends, or just something shift in requirements. Things are constantly evolving, and this is why I have to remind myself done is better than perfect, and that applies to personal projects too. I've redesigned my portfolio so many times and it never feel like good enough to hit the publish. But this year, my goal is to finally finish the portfolio, and don't be scared to showcase my work, because here is the thing, progress beats perfection every time. Being a UX designer is really challenging and is way more about designing perfect interfaces. It's about what works for you, whether it's a single tasking, deep work, or letting go of perfectionism. Let me know down below in the comments what lesson you learned as a designer. I would love to hear your story. See you next time!